Welcome to this session on Universal Healing, Awakening the Heart of Humanity. The heart of humanity is an ocean of infinite love and peace. It is now time for universal healing, awakening all to this one heart, aligning the different energies within, so that we may all be healed. Our intention is to awaken our higher consciousness so that we can connect to one another through the heart and be of authentic service to all of life, love in full expression. Just as we can open up to the same sky through windows of different shapes and colors, there are many pathways to awakening and healing. This unique 7 series of workshops encompasses healing traditions from different religions and cultures. Each daily session, lasting an hour, may include breathwork, chanting, meditation, artwork, and spiritual exercises. Our intention is to awaken our higher consciousness so that we may connect to the other through the heart and be of authentic service to God's magnificent creation. Join us during these 7 days at 9 a.m. Pacific Time. You can register at www.charterforcompassion.org.
Greetings. Welcome to this session on Universal Healing, Awakening the Heart of Humanity. My name is Steve Kramer. I'm a volunteer co-leader for the environment sector of the Charter for Compassion. I also volunteer with the RISE sector, which is bringing you this series. RISE stands for Religion, Interfaith, and Spirituality on Earth. My friend Donna and I will be your hosts for today's session in celebration of World Interfaith Harmony Week. Our presentation is also part of the 7-day offering for the Charter's 40 Days of Peace program. We are so delighted to have you join us today. I hail from Seattle, Washington, home of the Coast Salish peoples, in particular the Muckleshoot, Suquamish, and Duwamish tribes. I am grateful to them as the rightful past, present, and future caretakers of this beautiful land where I live. I would now like to share our Charter's global land acknowledgement. In recognition of all land, air, water, our human and non-human relations, and our sacred planet Earth, in honor, reverence, and gratitude, we come to you as kin, remembering the sacred relationship between us, remembering we are interdependent. In honor, reverence, and gratitude for all Indigenous peoples and ancestors who have stewarded this land before us, we pledge to live in reciprocity with this living land, devoted to harmony, past, present, and future generations. In healing ourselves, we heal our world. I would like to share our Charter theme for this year, which is healing ourselves, healing the world, delving deeper. Our series this week supports this theme. Today, we will share about the chakras and grounding. To find peace in today's chaotic world, it's helpful to come from a place of being centered, being grounded. This opens up the pathway of healing. Today, we will be working with the root chakra to purify and heal our connection with Mother Earth, also known as Gaia, Pachamama, and many other names. The root chakra, or first chakra, can help us achieve this. It's an energy center located at the base of the spine on the pelvic floor. When we get in touch with its energy, we can engage in a more loving union with Mother Earth through grounding. This workshop will introduce you to the root chakra, provide a guided meditation for grounding, as well as a discussion regarding grounding practices. Donna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, Steve, and thank you for introducing this week with the Interfaith Harmony Week and our charter theme of healing ourselves and healing the world, delving deeper through the chakras. I'm Donna Mills, and I work with Steve on the RISE sector, religion, interfaith, spirituality, and the earth. And I am also a part of a co-lead with the gender partnership sector of the Charter for Compassion. And I've been with this organization for about 7 years. And I am super excited about our sharing today because this is so deeply my medicine and how I come into the world. And so I'm excited to share with you today what we've brought through the 7 chakras and how we use the 7 chakras as a skill of well-being to delve deeper. And so delving deeper into the healing potential of humanity means gratefully and gracefully putting aside what we've already learned and known to be true to discover what else is possible. We are curious humans and everything is possible. So what else is possible beyond what we've grown ourselves up to thus far? Might we trust ourselves enough to place our experiences thus far in an imaginary reference book on a shelf? It's still here. We know what it is. It's just sideways. And that we may open our minds and our hearts to the vast limitlessness of the potential of possibility. Vibrational medicine that may be waiting for us through the cosmos. And we are energetic beings, and energy never ceases or dissipates. And this is a new way of thinking about our wellness that is through our body, but also outside of our body, within our body and outside of our body. Because as we put our hands up, it's the energy that we can feel. And as we put our hands next to each other, or as we're standing next to each other, we know we can feel each other. And that's the energy that we're speaking about today. And so I'm going to share with you a little presentation that we have this morning. There we go. And today we'll be talking about our foundational existence, delving deeper into our connection with Mother Earth. The first chakra, our very right to exist, our inherent worth and dignity, and our right to be. But before we go into that, we're going to go into an overview of the chakra system itself. And I want to share a few things with you. So while our subconscious minds are incredibly powerful, and they build and rebuild our bodies and keep trillions of complex life-sustaining processes working properly, our mysterious driving force also needs a conscious suggestion to achieve our desired outcome as healthy members of society. And so as we take inventory of our history and current ways of being, we become introspective about how we feel and what we do. And the chakras are one way that we can do that, right? And chakras are concentrated energy centers of the body. There's 7 of them along the spine, throughout the neck and the crown of your head. Chakra in Sanskrit term means a wheel or a disc, and the chakras are responsible for taking in, incorporating, and then emanating energy to keep us functioning in a healthy and productive way. Understanding the chakras is a never-ending education, and the system is complex and in-depth. And there are plenty of texts that you can refer to. Some of the texts that Steve and I have been using is this text called Eastern Body, Western Mind, and it's by Anna Day Judith. And we've also referred to a book called Zen Parenting which is a great book for parenting anybody, adults or children. And that book is by Kathy Cassini Adams. And some of our information is coming from those two texts. And so we encourage you to do further research on this simple introduction that we are sharing with you today. And so let's talk about this. So we're moving from the root chakra up the spine to the crown chakra. And at the last day, on our 7th day with Morgana, and I will speak about the 7th chakra, and we will be coming back down the other side of this energetic system. And so as we can see on the screen, as we start at the root of our chakra, we are building physical building blocks. So we start with matter, and then we move into the 2nd chakra with movement. And into the 3rd chakra, we take that matter and that movement and we pair it with energy. And we've got the wheels moving. And then we move into the heart chakra and we pair that with love and breath and balance. Moving up into our throat, we take all that is our matter, our movement, our energy, and our love, and we speak our creativity out into the world. And with that, there is our insight, a knowing that we don't know why or how we know it, we simply know it. And that invites us into trust. And through insight and trust, we gain understanding. And that is our physical, made manifest journey up the chakras from the root to the crown. And moving from the crown down, we're able to take what we have made manifest from the root to the crown and to elevate it into a new knowing or a new energy, like the caterpillar is crawling up from the root to the crown, and the butterfly comes in and shares its expansiveness from the crown down into the root. So matter becomes manifestation when it is elevated. Movement becomes connection. Energy becomes transformation, and love becomes compassion. Creativity moves into inspiration. Insight becomes illumination. Not only the insight, but what to do with it. Oh, let me relight the spaces of my heart with the illumination of my insight. And the understanding becomes being. And there we are in our wholeness, in our holiness. Our wholeness and our holiness, a story that our world has yet to share with us as our core foundation. Imagine as a child, if we were raised in this, aren't you the most exquisite, vast, beauty-filled creature? And so we offer you this journey today as a way of knowing something you might not already know about your well-being. The Dalai Lama says that well-being is a skill. And when I hear that, I think back about, have I been taught to be well, or have I been taught to buy things that I think make me well? Oh, I haven't really been taught to be well. So let's go on and learn how we can find wellness in our root chakra. So the elements of the root chakra, the very base of our spine. Below our perineum, about an inch or 2 or 3 fingers width, sits this energetic, receptive root of our human body, and how we as energetic bodies and also made manifest bodies find a balance between our earth and our heaven. To establish our solid foundation, the first chakra, we must have an instinctual sense of the right to be, the right to exist. And in the work I do with ministry and somatic movement and psychology, I meet so many people who have had the right to exist shaken. So their foundation is shaken. And so when your foundation is shaken, how do you reach those upper chakras? How do we reach and grow ourselves up? If our very foundation that we sit on, that we live in, that we swim in, is rocky. And that's the importance of the root chakra. The first chakra, the root chakra, is our deep earthly foundation. It is our base and our anchor, establishing a sense of safety and feelings of belonging. Uncertain and scary experiences, from everyday challenges to global pandemics, have shaken us. And all of our lives have been thrown into unbalance, uncertainty, and untethering. Shifted our focus on replanting and discovering new ways to ground ourselves, even in the midst of change, is what we're here for today. So finding ways to move through that uncertainty. I might have spoken that a little bit off, but in these times of we're looking around in the world and wondering what is going on, it's our root chakra that can remind us when anxiety goes up, the root pulls us back down into our hips, into our legs, into our feet, and into the earth, because she's the most solid thing we've ever had. She is the most solid thing we have right now. And if you can take just a moment, sense into her here right now in your seat, and see if your body shifts, changes. Can you feel her energy? Uncertainty forces us to reconsider our grounding forces and where we have been placing importance. And then this time on planet Earth, we are all we have. We are all we have, and we have been shaken. And so now let's find our roots again. So how do we begin to reconnect to our roots? Rooting is about being mindful before making our choices. You see the bird as it sits on the branch and it squats first before it takes flight. So in what things are you doing in your day to find a center of, oh, let me find myself for a second before I move to anyone else, before I move for anything else in this world, might I know how solid I am? What direction am I moving in? Or am I going willy-nilly? Our root chakra is like a well-planted tree, with an understanding that trees do not just grow up and out, they grow down and into. And can you sense in your body when you draw your energy down that it actually opens your chest to breathe deeper? Understanding the foundation of our bodies, what we live in, establishes the connection to ourselves and our lives. And throughout our lives, we are repetitiously taught that the mind is superior to the body, leading us to believe that our mind should be in control of the body. But that's simply not true. This undermines our natural intelligence of the body, distracting us from the signals and the signs. Those signals and signs are here to help us establish a foundation that begins with bringing the mind and the body back together. It's not about choosing one over the other, but about joining what was never supposed to be separated. The mind can often be controlled, but the body never lies. And the medicine we are walking into the future with is this vibrational wholeness. We've had a beautiful system that has drilled down to every last cell and pulled our entire cell apart. And the chakra system invites you to know yourself whole and holy. Let's sit for a moment in that whole and holiness. Sit in our body, recognizing our foundations, This is our very right to exist and survive, not just survive, but to survive well, to thrive. This is nourishment, trust. Trust. That's a skill for planet Earth right now. Trust in our health, trust in our home, trust in our family, trust in each other, and trust in new narratives, new language and new narratives that will elevate prosperity. And prosperity happens everywhere. Prosperity in love, prosperity in fulfillment, prosperity in our very earthly needs. This is about our food, our finances, our made manifest on this planet, the whole of our being. And when we spend time grounding and rooting, we know where we're going. We're not blown about by the wind. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your willingness to come and be with us as we delve deeper. Thank you for your willingness to heal yourself so that we can all be whole, because it is a vibrational moment on Earth. And as you heal, I heal. And as you and I heal, we heal. And we're going to move from this introduction to the root chakra into my friend Steve's beautiful meditation.
Thank you, Donna. I would like to invite all of you to join me in a grounding exercise through the root chakra. Please place your feet flat on the floor, unless if you're sitting on the floor, and make yourself comfortable. If you wish to turn off your camera, feel free to do so at this time. Please close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And another. Listen to the sounds outside the room you are in. Listen to those sounds inside the room. Now listen to the sounds of your own breathing. Picture yourself standing by a favorite tree who supports you. If you do not have one in mind, ask our dear Earth Mother to provide you with a spirit tree for this meditation. For she will. All you need do is ask. Even if you cannot picture a tree with your mind's eye, know that she is there, for you can trust our dear Earth Mother to gift you with one. As you stand by your friend, allow Earth Mother to hold you and drain all your worries away, down through your legs, down to your feet, and out the bottoms of your feet, where Earth Mother can receive it. Remember to breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel your tree friend's presence at your side, her strength, her roots, her deep sacred connection with Mother Earth. Feel her strong trunk as she reaches up to embrace Father Sun, to bask in the warmth of his light. Feel her branches dancing gently with the touch of Brother Wind. Feel her slow sense of time with the cycle of day as well as night, which is blessed by luminous Grandmother Moon. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel her deep connection with the circle of the year as she moves from one season to the next, to the next. Most of all, feel her compassion for you, for her love is without bounds. Breathe in her love, nurturance, and oxygen. In exchange, breathe out gratitude, love, and carbon dioxide for her, which she then breathes in a lovely sharing back and forth. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel how deeply rooted your tree companion is with our beloved Earth Mother. You can learn so much from her, for she is oh so willing to teach you. Connect with your own root chakra the energy center at the base of your pelvic floor. This is the chakra of grounding. It is through this chakra that you can sink down roots and ground like your tree companion. Ask our beloved Earth Mother to allow you to share a temporary root from this chakra with her, down to the level with which you have earned. This root extends from this energy center, branches down through your legs and your feet, down through fallen leaves, branching deep down into rich, moist soil, past rocks and stones, winding down, seeking moisture and her quiet, peaceful, supportive strength. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel this deep connection with your mother as she grounds you, supports you, and nourishes you. Feel her love and her deep, deep peace. You have a right to be here, she says. Never forget this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ask our beloved Earth Mother if you may carry this temporary root with you. Be open to receiving her loving compassion through your roots into the core of your being. Offer gratitude for her support. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your awareness back above ground. Thank your tree companion for her friendship, her strength, her exchange with you. Bring your awareness back to your breathing, to your here and now. Return to the room you are in. Listen for any sounds within this room. Listen for any sounds outside. Rub your hands together. When they start feeling warm, place them over your heart to seal your connection with Earth Mother, as well as your tree friend, who will always be here with you. You may open your eyes when you are ready. Donna and I would now like to share additional grounding practices we find helpful.
Thank you, Steve. Breath is a big part of grounding. And when we find ourselves in anxiety, like I said earlier, our energy goes up. And we can feel it rise up into our throat, and it muddles our brain, and we can't think straight. If you ever found yourself in a position where too much is going on, and all of a sudden, stop, I can't think straight. And that's because our adrenaline has come up our spine and has muddled our brain. And so Steve and I are going to share, like he said, some grounding practices. And one of the grounding practices I share with with all of my clients is the ability to grab a hold of that energy and pull it back down. And so I'm going to invite you to find a balanced spot in your seat. Spend a moment with your feet on the ground. You can move your feet if you wish. I am an air sign. Putting my feet on the ground is a challenge for me. I like to have them up on the little bars at the bottom of my chair. And so I'm asking you, if it's a struggle, I get it. We're going to keep our feet on the ground for a second. We're going to come to a simple pause. And you may close your eyes if you wish. It helps me to come to my inward space. And so I center my breath, I close my eyes, and I come to a pause. Neutrality. And then I sense through my body. So I'm going to invite you to sense through your body and feel those 7 chakras, the second chakra below your belly button, and the third chakra above it. And we know where our heart and our throat, and that space behind our third eye, behind our forehead, and the crown just above us. So sense into where is your energy right now? Is it higher towards the crown? Is it more in your throat? Are you settled in your seat in your root chakra? Wherever you might be, call your attention and intention to your energy and bring it into your hips. And you can think about it as someone bringing their hand to your crown, and it could be yourself. And begin to draw your hand down your neck as if you were petting a cat from the head to the tail. And imagine that you can reach back, and you can turn your hand over and reach back if you can. And continue to bring that energy down your spine. You can also do it in the front with your heart. You can bring your hands to your throat, to the other side, and draw all of this energy down your arms. And from your hands into your thighs. And from your central cord down into the space below your navel and out towards your hips. You're actually physically drawing your adrenaline out of your brain, down your central nervous system, and the energy of the adrenaline down your legs and into the floor, the earth, wherever your feet might be. And if there's a floor between you and the earth, melt it. It exists there. And we have an imagination that we can draw our energy all the way down into the earth. And moving through the microbes in the soil, draw your energy into the earth, connecting like you see the roots of this image on the screen. Let us be learners of the trees, learners of the earth, learners of the microbes. And settle into her receptivity. Draw your energy down into the cosmos of the inner earth. What can you sense? What invitations of deeper knowing might you find about your own well-being? What might you find about the awakening of not only your heart, but the heart of humanity? And as you reach down, do you notice the roots of your fellow humans? Can you see them? Sense them? Intertwine with them? Remember they too. Remember they too. You too. They too, us too. Together we gather. To gather together. And that is how we ground ourselves, and then also with each other. And I'm complete. Amen. Steve, I hand it to you.
I'd like to share some practices that I incorporate into my well-being practice. One thing we can do is called earthing, where you connect bare skin to earth by lying down or standing with bare feet on the ground. And this practice has become fairly popular the last, just recently, the last year or two. There have been scientific studies which show this practice can actually have health benefits by reducing inflammation. And there is a wonderful movie about this on YouTube, the Earthing movie. And there is a link below this recording in the comments in YouTube. There's also a link on the Earthing moving site to a wonderful, it's a written guide, the Beginner's Guide to Earthing. And I find that to be a very nice introduction to this practice as well. Another practice I do is meditation and visualization. And on the Charter for Compassion's 40 Days of Peace site, there is a link to the Feast for the Soul. And I put their link down below. For the next, I believe, like 12 days or so, they are offering daily meditations at 8 a.m. Pacific time. But if you go to their site, they also record these meditations, and the feastforthesoul.org site has wonderful meditations and visualizations offered by experts in the field. So I highly recommend that you check out that site as well. I'd now like to share a grounding practice which involves creating a grounding anchor out of one of these, a stick. And it can be a stick just for this purpose, or it may evolve into a more generalized prayer stick. It doesn't have to be this long. I find it's helpful to have it be at least the length of your hand. So like at least this long, up to from the tips of your finger to your elbow. That seems to be a good length for the stick to be able to connect with it for this practice. And the process I've been taught, I'd like to share with you. If you have a stick inside in your home, which volunteers, that's great. Otherwise, take a walk outside in a park or somewhere where there are trees and just walk around, be aware of your surroundings, connect with Mother Earth. And if you find a stick, you can psychically check in with it and find a stick that speaks to you, one that seems to volunteer. And then the next thing I do is I ask it if it's willing to work with me for this purpose for grounding, and wait for a response. The first time you do this, you may not hear much of a response. Practicing this really helps. So it may be very faint. And the key thing is, if you aren't sure if you're getting a positive response, or if your sense is the stick says, I don't wish to do this for you at this time, go ahead and place the stick back on the ground. If you aren't sure, try another stick. And as I say, the first time the response may be very faint, but you will find a stick where you'll get some sense of, yes, I would like to do this. I would like to build an alliance with you. The next step is giving gratitude to our beloved Mother Earth for this gift through an offering. And that can be through the gift of song, using your voice. It can be a prayer that you offer to Mother Earth, and maybe to the tree that provided the stick. It can be an offering of a pinch of tobacco or cornmeal, or a strand of hair. Another thing that I like to do to express gratitude is pick up trash on that day. And that's one way of, offering an action in gratefulness and thankfulness to Mother Earth for this wonderful being that she has offered to share with you for this purpose. The rest of the practice can be done at your leisure, either at the where you're at now in nature, when you've bonded with your stick, or it can be done at home. So the next step you do is set a temporary root with Mother Earth. Like Donna and I have both shared our practices with you, or ways of doing this. And you may have your own practice for grounding as well. Then hold the stick gently and ask it, are you willing to share your energy with me? Wait for a connection with it. You'll start to get some sense of bonding with the stick, and you'll develop a lovely exchange back and forth. Again, initially, you may not have much of a sense of this, but you're building a relationship with it, and the exchange will become stronger with time. The next step is asking, would you be so kind as to show and tell? Listen for a response. Would you be so kind as to share and teach? While these questions may seem similar to you, you may get very different answers. Then the next thing I ask as I'm building my relationship is, how would you like to work with me? And you may get an image regarding this. The next thing I ask is, would you like to be decorated in some manner? And quite often I'll either draw with colored pencils on a stick or paint an image that comes to me through the stick. I often put ribbons on it, or beads or charms, can glue pictures on it. Whatever comes to your mind in terms of what the stick shares with you. Then how often would you like to engage with me? And feel for a response. It may be, as needed when I need help grounding. The stick may ask for you to engage with it like once a day to start with, to build up your relationship, or it could be once a week. Just get a sense of what the stick would like. And as I said, the more the two of you work together, the stronger your alliance will be. I have put these steps down into the comment section also on this YouTube video for you to refer to. Our time is drawing to a close now. We wish to thank each of you for sharing this space with us this past hour. Please join us in the next video about the second chakra, with the theme delving deeper into our relationships and creation center. Donna, do you have anything you would like to share in closing? And yeah, you're muted right now.
Of course I am. Thank you. I am deeply grateful that we have this opportunity to delve into what else is possible. And I wish us vast exquisiteness in our delving. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. And in the spirit of infinite love, healing, and peace, may your days be filled with the brightest of blessings. In gratitude for you all.
So it is.
So it is.